giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is MediaCom Newsleaders.
Welcome to MediaCom Newsleaders. I'm Jeff Thee. In the studio with us once again, Jason Harrington, who is the president and CEO of Lakes Regional Healthcare. Welcome back. Good to see you again.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're talking today about blue zones, and maybe people have heard a little bit about this in the news here lately. There's an initiative that Governor Terry Branstad kind of got going to have Iowa be a healthy state.
Right.
And so partnering with a lot of different areas throughout the state, and Lakes Regional Healthcare is very busy with this again. What are blue zones?
Well, as you said, the governor announced back in August that he wanted to make Iowa one of the healthiest states in the nation in the next 5 years.
Right.
And we're 19th right now.
Yeah.
So one of the ways that they're going to do that is through this something called the Blue Zones Project. And so the idea behind Blue Zones is that there's a book that's actually called Blue Zones by Dan Buettner. And Dan went around and did research around the world to find the 5 locations that had the greatest longevity.
Okay.
So those people that lived the longest period of time.
So that's where it originates. I wondered where the term came from. Okay.
Yeah, people assume there's a Blue Cross Blue Shield connection, but Blue Zones is actually those 5 places in the world that have the greatest degree of longevity. So when Dan did the research, he found there were 9 common things in those 5 locations around the world that basically were the cause of people living as long as they were in those areas. And so the idea of the Blue Zones Project is that through this grant or through this application process, there will be 10 communities in Iowa that will be vying for $50 million of really grant dollars.
Right.
In order to implement or reproduce this sort of blue zone, these 9, they're called the Power 9.
Right.
And so to use that money basically to create those blue zones within Iowa.
Okay. So what kind of activities are we talking about for communities to integrate in?
So it's really exciting. And in fact, I'm here kind of representing the community, not Lakes Regional as much. And so one of the things that we've done is we've put together an advisory committee of community members. So that's kind of the first step.
Yep.
That advisory committee actually will have what we're calling a Blue Zone Summit yet to be set up, but it's basically community education on what are blue zones, how do we apply, how does this whole thing work.
Right. And
then from there we'll make application to the state to determine whether we'll be awarded a Blue Zones community.
Okay, so what kind of timeline are we looking at here, Jason, to do all this?
So there's a couple different time frames. End of the month, we actually have to commit a statement of interest, or actually submit a statement of interest, which we're prepared to do.
Okay.
They will actually get back to us and say, yes, we believe by your statement of interest you're viable.
Okay.
And based on that viability, then you have to submit an application by the end of, actually I believe it's January 4th.
Okay.
They'll actually make awards then in May.
Okay, so then the awards are making, and I know we had kind of a kickoff here not too long ago. We had a kind of a short little walk from the Bedell Family YMCA. The schools got involved. I mean, that's a good way of getting the thing going.
It really is. It was called the Start Somewhere Walk, and they're going to use 3 things to determine whether we're one of those communities: the Start Somewhere Walk and participation, the how many people in our community vote and make a pledge to live healthier lives, and then that application process.
Yeah. So and you know, I've talked about this before. You know, people, you ask them to make a pledge, and all of a sudden they're reaching for their checkbook. You know, and I don't know.
Me too.
But this is a pledge to be healthier, to live more actively. It's a gift to it's a pledge to yourself and to your family.
It really is.
Yeah. So what's the next step here? How can individuals get involved?
So there's a couple different ways. Okay. One, attend the Blue Zone Summit. Again, that date to be determined, coming to a place near you.
Okay.
To make that pledge on the website, which is www.bluezonesproject.com.
Okay.
And you can make that pledge. And the other thing is to be active in the volunteer opportunities that will come out of that Blue Zones application. So we're really excited about this. This really should be an exciting thing for the community. And so we hope we get a lot of support behind it. The advisory committee is fully committed to this, and so we're excited to see where this is going to go.
And they should be excited. People should be excited because you get excited if you won the lottery or if you did different things. But the opportunity to be healthy, live a healthier life, a longer life, there's something to be excited about.
It is. I think, as you said earlier, it's really a gift to ourselves. It's a gift to the next generation, and we really should be excited as a community to be a part of that.
All right, fantastic. Well, keep us updated on what's going on and how we can get involved with it.
I will. Thanks, Jeff, for having me.
You bet. Jason Harrington here with us from Lakes Regional Healthcare, and we invite you to join us next time to get the full story from reliable sources right here on MediaCom Newsleaders.